Hey, welcome to my podcast. You can tell it's a podcast and not a YouTube video because I'm wearing glasses, headphones, and I'm not looking at the camera. We're going to do what we do every week on podcast, sensual ASMR about filling out your tax forms. But before we get to that, let me crank the bass way up because I want to blow the speakers of the earpods or your laptop or maybe even your car stereo. But before we can get to anything, I've got to play our inexplicably terrible theme music that for some reason starts right in the middle of a... Well, the hound dog ran off with my pickup truck, and my pregnant wife drank all my beer. Just 'cause she's my cousin don't mean I'll get no loving. You literally read the laws out here. Sentence. All right, there we go. Now's the time on podcast where I break into something interesting with an ad for no apparent reason. Man, this climate change is something else. It is so hot. I mean, Earth, it's starting to feel like Tatooine. Speaking of Star Wars, I gotta recommend Star Wars brand stool softener when you need a little bit of extra of the Force. Like Master Yoda says, doo-doo, there is no try. All right, now is... the time on podcast. We got time for about 6 more minutes because I know it's impossible to fast forward since you're walking the dog or driving your car. So I'm just going to ramble on with some ads for a while. Man, listeners, this week we're brought to you by methadone flavored Infamil. You know, me and the missus had such a rough time raising our kids. I could have really used this product back when I was a baby. I truly believe methadone-flavored Infamil is the smartest invention of the 21st century. Jesus himself would have changed water into methadone-flavored Infamil if that had been a thing back then. Wait, they went out of business? Why are we still plugging their stuff? I mean, okay. And as always, podcast is brought to you by Dress Shirt. Technically, it's a dress shirt, because sight gags and podcasts go really well together. All right, well, let's just get to it. Let's bring out our first guest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Astronaut Pirate. Welcome. This is the time on podcast where I kiss the guest's ass mercilessly instead of, actually paying them to be here. Oh my God, you look so good. Holy cow. Have you been working out? Jeez, this is fantastic. My parents are your biggest fans. They went to see you in Vegas last year, and we just saw each other the other day because our kids go to the same school. Yeah, and oh, holy cow! I can't. I mean, we go way back. It's because we had the same contractor building our doomsday bunkers. That's right. Okay, so. Now, you just got off your one-man show on Broadway, which is a musical adaptation of my favorite 80s show, The A-Team. And how did that song go? Was it, the bad guys aren't cool, I pity the fool, let's build a hovercraft from Play-Doh and drool. Oh, I butchered it, but it's so good. I love it. It runs through my head nonstop. So now that you've conquered Broadway, what's next for you? Well, actually, I'm starting my own podcast. In fact, you're on it right now. Welcome to the Astronaut Pirate Podcast. Astronaut Pirate Podcast. All right. Astronaut Pirate Podcast is brought to you by the folks at Harley Davidson brand leaf blowers. Did your neighbors look at you funny once? Yeah. Punish them for every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. with Harley Davidson brand leaf blowers. That's brilliant. Want to show the world your penis still works but don't want to get arrested again? Yeah. Do it sonically with Harley Davidson brand leaf blowers. Oh my God, how have I lived without this? Such here's a good part idea. Of the podcast where I say something and then he says it louder and we just talk over each other. Sounds good. So, you wouldn't believe this. The other day, I was at Home Depot, right? Oh my God, Home Depot. What's up with that? Baffling parking lot. And you can build anything there, but they can't build a good parking lot. You can build anything at Home Depot, but a good parking lot. I just want to get some sheetrock. I'm not looking for long-term parking at LaGuardia. I mean, I'm not looking for long-term parking at LaGuardia. Is his mic still
thanks
on?
for taking time out to be here. I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
appreciate
no,
it.
it's been
way
fantastic.
too long, man. I hope you come back. And
Oh,
thanks for
yeah.
taking time out of your busy schedule.
No, thank you.
And,
This has
we'll be
been.
seeing you
I've
around
loved this.
soon.
I've loved it
All
forever.
right.
Okay, I'll see
now
you
my
around.
next guest is Vampire Hunchback. Welcome. How's it going? Oh my God, you look fantastic.
You look fantastic. Holy cow!
my
What the
parents are your
studio is
biggest
I wore my good
fans.
teeth,
Holy
and it's just a
cow.
podcast.
Yeah,
Holy crap!
and,
Hope you don't mind.
I
Oh,
did just see
yeah.
you the other day. Our kids
We
go to the same
did.
school.
We did. We saw each other
Right.
at the thing, and I said, "Hey,
Yeah.
you should do my podcast." And you said,
Yeah,
"Can you do my
exactly.
podcast?"
That's how it works.
Yeah.
I will
Absolutely.
do your podcast right after I do all the 16 guests I had on
Fair
before
enough.
you. I need to
Fair
do their
enough.
podcast.
Okay.
And then I'll do yours.
Can't wait to see you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh man, this is going to be great.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
I gotta tell you, we go way back. We first met when my little poodle
you're gonna tell
Mitzi.
this story.
I was in her. I needed a doghouse built,
She was
and
delicious.
I needed her walk-in
Yep, yep.
closet. I wanted to get a wine
Yeah.
cellar installed.
My
and he
contractor-
pointed me to a
My
contractor.
contractor Frank,
who,
the best.
nailed
Absolutely
it.
took out all my
And
mirrors because
we've
hello,
been friends
vampire.
ever since.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fantastic. All right.
Memories.
Now
Good
here's the
stuff.
part on the podcast where we just babble over each other for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
You look so
Oh
good.
my God, how long
Have
has
you
it
been
been?
working
You
out?
look
You look
fantastic. Are you working
check
out? Holy cow!
A lot
That
of
is.
people say we
that
look
is,
alike. Is that even
your
a thing?
voice
I
is
don't
so
think-
good. This
I
is
love
A+
your
Hollywood
voice. You
material
have a
right
voice
here.
for
You know.
podcasting.
Oh my God, you
And
look
I mean, for
delicious.
everything.
I mean,
this
what
is
is that?
just
B+
fantastic.
blood,
Okay,
A
you are
negative.
like.
We
now,
should
I
go
bet
play
in high
golf
school,
again. Yeah,
you were
let's
the,
hit
hey,
the.
look at me,
Let's hit
I'm
the
the guy.
gold fair
did
thing.
we-
Yeah,
did-
because
all right.
there is nothing
Did I date
less
your sister?
interesting
Anyway, okay.
than
All
watching
right.
golf, except for talking
So-
about golf on a podcast.
Little promotion here. I hear you're in the new Transformers movie.
Yep.
The one that's a crossover adaptation with Les Miserables.
Yeah, it's the musical reimagining of the Pixar movie. I play the singing guillotine opposite Jean Valjean Van Damme.
Nice. Should be interesting. And what's this I hear about you working on a new app?
Yeah. Delivery apps are so hot right now. They're all the rage. But what do you do if you need to leave a flaming bag of dog poo on someone's doorstep, but you can't get away from your home? Well, thankfully, there's an app for that now. Use the Dookie Dash app and have it done for you. This podcast is brought to you by Dookie Dash. Show them what you think of them from the safety of your own and anonymity of your own phone. You know, me and the missus could have really used this app back then. I think this is the smartest invention of the 21st century. If you ask, Jesus himself would have been a Dookie Dash customer if this had been around back then. Yeah. Well, that's it for this week's Hunchback Vampire talk show. Podcast. I'd like to thank my guests. And we're going to see you next time when our guest will be romance novel cover model turned fortune teller. I see you tackling your personal demons with therapy from the safety of your own phone with TikTokDoc.com. Become the best you from your couch, your car, seat 27D on the red eye, or even a public toilet stall with really good Wi-Fi. TikTokDoc.com is there anywhere you can have a public meltdown. But wait, what is TikTokDoc.com? Well, it's a bunch of social media influencers and some AI chatbots pretending to be social media influencers that will diagnose you in a vernacular that only 16-year-olds can understand. But wait, there's more. Additionally, they'll use your personal data to train AI to use against you for the rest of your life.
You'll never be free of your daddy issues if you don't vote for Snidely Whiplash for president.
TikTokDoc.com, a division of Dookie Dash.